everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the period of August the 2nd to August the 8th. All right, let's get started and see what messages we have here for Capricorn. And if this reading resonates for you, don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment and let me know. All right, let's get started here for Capricorn. What are the messages we have for Capricorn this week? Okay, Capricorn. We've got the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So it's time to really look around your day-to-day situation and see what's happening. That seems to be the overall theme. It looks like your life pattern is about to get a change, okay? You're going to finish a cycle. You're no longer going to be doing the same stuff. You know, and when I say that, I mean things that maybe bring in money, or the way that you are sort of identifying yourself is going to change. You're not going to be using the same adjectives anymore, if you will. So if you describe yourself, a lot of people tend to describe themselves by what they do for a living. So, you know, people will say, oh, I'm a lawyer, or I'm a yoga teacher, or whatever. And your I am is going to become something different soon. It looks like you're finishing something. This is the Ten of Pentacles. It's finished, and it's in reverse. So that means that this is finished, and you're not going to sort of evolve on this path. You're going on a different path. Sometimes when I see the Ten of Pentacles upright, I always think, well, you're deepening something. You're going to take this and take it to the next level of commitment, the next level of security. But when I see it in reverse, it's almost like, okay, whatever this was, it's no longer serving you. So you're going to move past it now. Now, the obstacle you're facing in doing that is that you're going to have to do this on your own. We've got the Emperor here. And so as the Emperor being your obstacle, it's like you're going to have to redefine who you are as a leader. I think you're going to go off on your own here, Capricorn. You're going to go from being on a team to being on your own. So this could be branching out into some sort of entrepreneur situation. This could be saying, I no longer see myself on the path that I'm on, and so I'm going to, you know, take a different path. And what's the reason I say that is because key on your mind right now is authenticity. You don't know right now how to express yourself authentically with respect to the path or paths that you're on, because you're changing. You're adopting a new mental perspective. And right now you might find that you might be, you know, susceptible to being sort of swayed, right? Because it's like you're adopting a brand new mental perspective here. You're shifting mentally. You've adopted a whole new set of maybe beliefs, or you've released a bunch of beliefs that no longer serve you, right? Like if you've released a bunch of self-limiting beliefs, you might find yourself at a place where you're not sure who you are right now, Capricorn. You're sort of shifting constantly, which is why at the bottom of the deck we see the Knight of Pentacles, which is a card that says, have a look around. Really be mindful of your day-to-day activities and develop the tasks of life, because you need to sort of become familiar with them as this new person. And this person is wondering how to be authentic. And so there's a part of you that is challenged to understand how to maintain a certain relationships maybe, or certain your presence in certain relationships is going to be different. You may appear different to those around you. And so it's almost like, how much diplomacy are you willing to use right now? Or do you just want to be yourself? And if you know the people around you don't like it or don't accept you, you might feel the need to sort of run off, right? Like as we see this figure here, when this card is upright, it really suggests a time where you're sort of contemplating whether or not to just sneak off with as much as you can in the middle of the night, because you'd rather do that than face the people in the morning. And so when I see it in reverse, it sort of suggests to me that you're not sure what to do. You want to be authentic, but at the same time, you don't want to feel, it's almost like you don't want to face that conversation. You don't want to have to defend yourself. That's it. You don't want to have to defend yourself. You don't want to have that conversation. So you're almost tempted to just say, you know what, I'm just going to be myself, and I don't feel the need to explain or defend myself. I'm just going to speak my truth and be authentic. And if the people around me don't understand or accept me, then I guess that's sort of what's on the table right now for you. And it's interesting to see the Emperor, because it's almost like you've considered that and you've decided that, well, this is an obstacle because that means I'm on my own. That means I have to be independent. That means I'm going to be a leader, not a follower. That means I'm not going to be part of the team. I have to be the leader of my own team. And that is coming with this new shift for you, Capricorn. Capricorns are shifting. This is getting shifty. Now, in the recent past, we see the Knight of Cups in reverse, which suggests that, you may have had in the recent past some relationships reveal themselves to you, right? Like you may in the past have discovered things about relationships that were, a shock to you, even though maybe intuitively you might have suspected something wasn't completely right. You sort of had it handed to you in the past emotionally when it came to some relationships, and they revealed to you a dimension of emotion that shocked you. Okay, it was like not necessarily a betrayal, but maybe something that was just like you couldn't wrap your brain around it. Okay, and now coming up emotionally, it's almost like you could be sort of standing in the way of getting everything your heart desires. It's very interesting. And I say you could be standing in your own way because the card right next to him, this Nine of Cups, is the King of Pentacles in reverse. They're both in reverse. And the thing about both of these cards is, this is King Midas, who has a golden touch and can face challenges in the physical world and create movement so that, it's a confidence thing. You don't have the confidence. That's why when you see him in reverse, and that's what's impacting this you right now don't have the confidence in yourself and in this vision that you have of the future for yourself that's new, this new path. It's almost like you're doubting yourself. And as a result, we see your wish fulfillment here in the future, but it's reversed because it's like you could be standing in your own way a little bit here, Capricorn, because of confidence. But it's interesting because we see the Strength card as your final outcome. So I think you're going to choose that guidance at the end. I think you're going to see that confidence is what is the key here. Okay? It's a confidence to be able to make a decision about whether to stay on the current path or shift into that new path. Remember, I was saying shifting. You're going to be shifting. The Knight of Pentacles wants you to get ready for that shift. So he's saying, start focusing on the tasks of daily living. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're exercising. Make sure you're eating good food and you're surrounding yourself with people that understand this authentic version of yourself that's, got this new mental perspective, right? It's a lot of action here for you, Capricorn. If I had to guess, I'd say you're probably spending some time by yourself right now because you're trying to figure this out, right? Now, your friends and the people closest to you that are sort of in your life are noticing that you're sort of stepping off the path and you're going on an unfamiliar one here. And it's because you've realized that these 8 cups, although they did have purpose for you in the past, they no longer serve you, okay? So there could be things in these cups, Capricorn, like previous experiences that you thought you wanted, or different relationships that you had really hoped would work out and now you see it was a blessing that they didn't. You know what I mean? Like these cups are full of stuff that no longer serves you. And that doesn't mean that if there's people attached to these cups, that doesn't mean that the people don't have value. The people are obviously still very valuable. They're no longer part of your journey. They have their journey and with other people, and you have yours now that's being guided by your intuition. And you, in your mind, you're very much wondering, oh boy, do I do it or do I not do it? But the people in your life see you that emotionally you're having a hard time doing it. It's an emotional situation, but for you, it seems like you're worried about security and resources, right? But the people in your life feel like it's an emotional issue for you, that you're feeling emotionally attached to some of those cups, and that's why it's hard to walk away. But for you, you're just like, well, I don't know, I'm just worried about my security. I don't want to suffer, right, Capricorn? We don't want to suffer. That's the biggest fear we have as human beings, is the fear of suffering. So for you, you're like, this path that is clearly going to be ending soon is very well established. And so, for you to walk away, and the Seven of Pentacles asks you whether or not you're going to stay on course or change gears. It looks like you need to change gears. It looks like this path is finished. It's a 10. Its cycle has completed itself. It's time for something new. But this new thing is going to involve you being the leader. You're going to be in charge. And I think it's an entrepreneurial step. This isn't going to resonate for everyone. Obviously, it's a general reading. But I think for some of the Capricorns, they're thinking about taking a chance here to do something. But they're feeling a lack of confidence. They're feeling a lack of confidence, and it's that's all that's missing here, is some confidence that you can do it and that it's possible. I've been posting that a lot on my Instagram lately, that believing it's possible is the first step. You got to start there. At least you got to believe it's possible. And to see that you have an Ace of Swords here makes me think that you are starting to shift your beliefs. You're starting to believe and think in a different way. Your perspective is changing. So if your perspective is changing, maybe you're going to start to see that it's possible. You know what I mean? And you're going to let down the pressure to whether or not you have to defend yourself to anyone, because honestly, you don't have to. Obviously, we don't have to defend ourselves to anybody. We all have free will. You can do and choose whatever it is that you want, and if it upsets someone else, then it's really like up to you as to how much you feel the need to explain. But if you're just doing you and someone has a problem with that, then I don't know how much of that you need to explain. But I think these are the questions on your mind right now, Capricorn. You're just wondering so much about your path and whether or not you can take the reins and not be on a team. I feel like you're going into an entrepreneurial situation here. Let's close your reading out here with an oracle card to get your final guidance here. Ooh, what did we get? Divine timing. Isn't that interesting? Divine timing, Capricorn. Yeah, I think you're in a hurry here. I think you're rushing things and you're maybe putting the cart before the horse, but it's also like there is a confidence issue here. Let me read this card to you. It says divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So the divine timing, guys. It's this is divinely timed. You could be you're resisting some of this. Capricorn, like it's almost like you're trying to drive too much. I think you just need to go with the flow and follow this divine timing. What a lovely message for you here, Capricorn. It's really, really interesting to see what this shift is causing for you. I think it's going to cause some changes in your relationships and some changes in your confidence and what you're doing. Like what you do for the majority of your time during the day is going to be different. So whatever that is, however you spend your time is going to be where you put your energy and spend your time is going to change. And you're going to tap into that confidence and take that unfamiliar path. Even though it's going to feel a little bit emotional, it looks like I think you're going to choose to go for the new. And once your confidence is restored, I think you're going to see that you're able to get closer to this Nine of Cups, which has appeared, albeit in reverse, but I think it's only in reverse here because you're doubting yourself and you're doubting maybe the timing of the way things are happening and the timing of things, right? So yeah, that could be it for you, Capricorn. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.